This is my take on a talk that has been given by Philip Lipetz. Philip has been my spiritual teacher for about 3 years now. I've had profound spiritual experiences since I've been working with Philip, which have been quite miraculous in nature.
When you're born as a young child, you're enlightened. You see all this stuff. All this stuff is going on around you. It's wonderful, and you're goo-goo, and you have the supreme power, and you can actually manipulate the adults and all that to do what you want because you're an enlightened being. And then you start setting up filters on your mind. Oh, this isn't important, or this isn't important. And everything is going on around you, and there's too much going on around you for you to pay attention to it all the time. So what you're doing all the time is filtering out what's always there. For example, right now, if you think about it, you feel your clothing, you feel your foot against the floor, you feel the pen you're holding in your hand. You see me, you can think about whether or not, my glasses are crooked or not. And I mean, there's a ton of things. And if you started to think about all of those things, it'd be too many thoughts for your mind to handle. What the spiritual life is simply a matter of retraining your frame of reference so that the things that are already going on around you can pass up to your layer of awareness. Your mind, because you're living in a modern technological age, is being trained to accept the fantastic that ordinarily would be cut off from your awareness. You go to a movie and you see all these special effects and you accept it as real. I mean, this is the type of supernatural stuff that ordinarily wouldn't be there. You turn on television and you're transported into, NCIS, and the cops are doing this, and you're looking down a microscope at their little samples in their crime lab and all that, and you're accepting these alternative versions of reality. So what's happening because of that, and because of the internet, of course, you go on the internet, you can enter into a new reality whenever you want, is your mind is now becoming more used to switching frames of reference. In the old days, when spirituality first evolved, people lived in a world where the average person, they say, interacted with only 250 people in their entire life. Well, you turn on the television, you're interacting with more than that in an hour. We have concentrations of people in cities, in civilizations, in cultures. We have the technology bringing people together. And so we're getting used to a greater change of pace. And our minds are therefore becoming less rigid. St. Teresa of Avila talks about how the soul looks upon your life as, a filthy cesspool from which it seeks to escape. Because that actually describes most people's lives, because a soul wants to connect. And if you're sitting there in fear, then you're disconnecting. And that's why the souls, according to, St. Teresa, are actually seeking to escape your body. When you dream at night, it's your soul seeking to escape. Your soul doesn't actually cooperate with you or with your own individual awareness. Enlightenment, whatever it is really not the stuff you read about in the books. It's the stuff you experience between the time you get up and go up the stairs and make breakfast. And imagine always having that sense of anticipation. The sense of anticipation you only feel when you're in love. That's why the saints describe the state of enlightenment as being in love. It's not that you sit around going, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. It's because you have that sense of something good's going to happen that you have when you're in love.